Alright guys, what's up? It is Adam of Whisker Fisherman TV, and today I'm going to do a little EDC update. Not a lot has changed, but there were a few key items that I do carry every day that I left out in my last video. It's not the best weather out, so it seemed like a good day to shoot this little video. It's going to be in two-part. Pocket carry, which is the stuff that's on you all the time. This is probably the most important stuff, again, because it's just what's on your person all the time. And then there's EDC. When I say EDC, I mean it is something that I carry every day. Doesn't mean that I carry it into the store with me. Doesn't mean I carry it into work with me all the time, but it means that I have it readily available anytime that I need it. So with that, let's jump right in. Again, we're going to start with pocket carry. For starters, I got my keys. Apparently I'm not supposed to show you guys, my keys on film, but the only thing that really matters on this keychain is just this little key knife. I picked this up a long time ago. It was really inexpensive. And it's got me out of a pinch once or twice. Again, it's not something that I use very often, but I have been glad to have it when I had it. Obviously, if you carry a pocket knife every day, then you probably won't need this, but it's lightweight, they're inexpensive. If you see one, especially if it's on clearance or something, that's not a bad little item to pick up. And I also usually keep this on the carabiner. I took it off so I could show it to you guys. This is right out of a shit hit the fan box. I never would have bought this. It's obviously a glass breaker in case I need to break some glass. I don't know, it's a neat little thing, guys. Honestly, the main advantage to it is that when I throw this on my keys, they get really heavy and really bulky, so they are much harder to lose track of. I will say, if you happen to pick one of these up, okay, it is not a toy. That will kill somebody if you hit them right. But again, I carry it more as a paperweight than anything else, but I do have a self-defense option there. Next up will be my neck carry. I was never a fan of neck carry, guys. And I'm still really not. I don't think I could see myself really carrying a neck knife unless I really had to. But I've got a little Molly shiv that is not sharp. Really, at this point, I suppose it's more for working pressure points, or it'd be a decent little pry bar. These are inexpensive. These are like $2. Again, I'm not telling you to go out and buy one of these. I got this in a mystery box as well, and I just liked it. That's the only reason that I carry it, is I just liked it. And then around that, I have a GI can opener that I just duct tape to it to keep it from flapping around and that little tab cutting me in the chest. And then a little ferrocerium rod. Again, I will say, with this ferrocerium rod, these are pretty good little rods, guys, but neither one of these really throws much of a spark out of it. So if you want to put together a neck carry or buy a neck carry, I would just buy the ferrocerium rod and a striker, and then tape a little bit of duct tape around a GI can opener. Out of everything on here, the GI can opener, far and away, is the one that I go to the most. Which isn't that often. Most things are pull tabs, but every once in a while you get that can of tuna fish or something. And because everything is pull tab now, people don't typically think to carry a can opener. Pretty standard paracord bracelet. Again, this one has a compass that has been long broke. It has a ferrocerium rod. It has a striker, and it has a whistle. And then of course you got your paracord. Again, with this model, guys, I will say that it is a bitch getting in here to actually strike this rod. If it was a real survival situation, I would probably break the rod off or break one of these tabs off. Because working it like this, it's a bitch, and that's kind of a flaw with this design, I think. Again, the compass is long broke. I'm not really worried about that. What I do like is this does have a good whistle, which for me, I don't have a cell phone. I don't have like a tablet with hotspot or whatever that I carry around. So having that little bit of extra signaling is actually really important to me. If you have a phone, it might not be as important, but that is really important to me. The striker works really well with a little ferrocerium rod I carry around my neck, and I've got cordage, obviously. These are a great little thing to have, guys, and you can get these without these bells and whistles, literally, for about $2. I bought one the other day on clearance for $2 at Walmart. I don't wear mine on my wrist. I strap mine in my belt loop, and it stays there and I don't even know I have it, which is a big advantage when you're talking about pocket carry. Also carry a lighter, just your standard Bic lighter. It's got this neat little case. It's got a little assisted opening knife. Again, this is one of those things you're going to find a lot of EDC stuff that came out of Shit Hit the Fan box, guys. That is one thing that they are really good for, are just little EDC items. And this has actually gotten a pretty decent little workout. You know, I'm not using it for on wood or anything, but a lot of times, especially if I'm fishing, I'm on the river or something, even at work, I don't want to go down in my pocket to get my pocket knife. This is usually laying out. That's a good little item. There is a money clip on there. I don't use it, but it's there, or I guess you could hook that into your pocket. Not a big fan of pocket clips. I just don't like them. That is entirely my personal preference. But again, guys, just a neat little item, and probably the biggest advantage to this, somebody has to borrow your lighter. It's kind of hard for them to pocket that by accident. People do that by accident 90% of the time. But that has come in handy for that. My little EDC light, you know, obviously this just runs on one AAA. These are pretty inexpensive. You can find these most places. I didn't see these at Walmart last time I was in there. This one is by Cabela's. I'm sure there are much better models, but I really do genuinely like this one, and this is the light that I use more than any other light. I took a little bit of electric tape and wrapped an extra battery around there, which carrying this around my neck again kind of keeps it from me really having to worry too much about it touching metal and burning that battery out. And this one has a little quick, you know, release, so I can just carry it like that if I want to, instead of taking the whole thing off. And I carry this a lot, guys. I really like this little light. I like especially that I just turn it on and it's on. I turn it off and it's off. And there's not really a button for me to hit. As long as I keep this fairly well, you know, untwisted, I'm not lighting that by accident. Good little item. And for EDC, guys, pocket carry. At any rate, I think that's probably all you need. That's all that I need. Good little item, fairly inexpensive. I would pick you one up if you don't have one. In addition to that, guys, I carry my pocket knife. This is just a little case Stockman. This is a small. You're not going to do much woodcraft with this, guys, but again, for my everyday little purposes, cutting string, cutting plastic, shrink wrap, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. It's a good little knife. It's a case, came really well finished, and I don't know I have it. 90% of the time it's just in my pocket, and when I need it, I reach in my pocket and I grab it. I will say I would probably go bigger, and I'm probably going to upgrade this knife. I'm still going to go with the Stockman. I really like those models, but I am going to go with a medium or a large in the upcoming future. And I'll probably stick with the case name only because it's made in America. You can buy something by Kissing Crane, which is made in Taiwan, that are very, very comparable knives that are considerably more inexpensive. But I try and buy made in America when I can. I'm not somebody who scours the aisles looking for that made in America sticker, but if it's a quality product, something that I'm going to carry for a long time, I do try and go made in America. Next to my wallet, typically I've got my ID right here. You know, I've taken that out. This wallet has been to the ringer, guys. I should probably get a new one, but I do genuinely like this wallet. I carry some cash, a hunting license, fishing license, and a little roll of duct tape. I'm sure most of you guys have seen how to do this. You're just wrapping duct tape around an old gift card or something. Good little thing to have, guys. If you're not doing this, start doing it. I actually keep a roll around just to do this. You never know when you're going to need a few feet of duct tape. If you have a bigger wallet, you can put a lot more in there. But again, that's about 5 feet of duct tape. I've got it all the time. And for every day, that's probably all I'm going to need right then and there. Again, I've got my EDC and I've got other stuff in my car that I can get to if I need it. Comb. You know, obviously this is just a regular comb that I cut in half. My dog chewed on it a little bit. I'm getting a little shaggy, so I do need to carry a comb. Obviously, if you shave your head, that's probably not an issue, but fits in here. Don't ever know I got it until I need it, and I'm getting to where I need that quite a bit. This is one of these little, you know, survival cards, EDC cards. UST, I think that's what that says, makes this. I had one of these for a long time, guys. I don't think I ever used it for anything but this little saw once or twice. Again, you got a bottle opener, you got a couple little wrenches, you got a little saw. This will, you know, this little edge here will cut open a box or something. But it's not really sharp, nor does it really need to be. Again, I had one of these for a long time. I lost it. And to be quite frank with you, I was not worried about replacing it, but I saw it on clearance for like $1.50. And I thought for $1.50, again, it's something I can throw in my pocket and I'll never know I have it. And then stuffed in this little pouch in the back, got a half a dozen aqua tabs, a pack of ibuprofen, and a pack of antacids. I love these little packs like this, guys. They're not that expensive. It's like $7, and I think you get 100 tablets on Amazon. And they're just great to kind of pack away. And your aqua tabs, these are a little more expensive. I will say though, if you're going to buy these sheets, just go ahead and spend the money and buy the 100, because they are considerably cheaper that way. Sometimes you will find these for like $1 a tablet if it's just these little cards like this. Go ahead, buy it. Comes in a Mylar bag. If you don't want to open it, it should last quite a while. If you do open it, they're inexpensive enough that they're not hard to change out. And that is everything from my pocket carry, guys. It's not a lot.